Hey everybody, how's it going? It's the Daily Shooter, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of the nicest optics that I have reviewed on this channel yet. This is the Trijicon Accupoint 5-20x50. It uses both fiber optics and tritium to give you an illuminated reticle with some of the clearest glass that I've ever seen. This channel is proud to be supported by the Firearms Policy Coalition. Make sure you check the link in the description box and do whatever you can to help support the fight for our rights. Okay, so the Trijicon Accupoint 5-20x50, not to be confused with the Accupower. The difference between the Accupower and the Accupoint is that the Accupower uses power to illuminate the reticle. Typically, there's a CR2032 battery that's located in one of these side knobs right here, typically in the parallax adjustment side. Now, with the Accupoint, there's no batteries involved whatsoever. Typically, they'll use either a light collection system like this. This is their fiber optic collector right here, or it will use tritium. This one's really nice. This one is dual illuminated, so it has both the tritium vial and it also has the fiber optics located on the top near the ocular lens. Now, one of the nice things about this scope right here, and something that I found helpful when I was out in the bright daylight, is if you want to tamp down the amount of brightness that you have on the little green dot that's projected here, all you have to do is take this light collector, and there's a little knob right here, and simply turn it away from whatever light source you might be getting. So if the sun's to your left, to your right, or directly above you, you can go ahead and turn this away from that light source, and that will dim down the collection and obviously dim down the illuminated reticle as well. And then if you want it to get brighter, just go ahead and pull it back towards your light source and you'll see that green dot really pop up. It's a really nice, very bright green dot. Now, when you get into situations where there's maybe not so much light and you just need a little bit of a reticle, there is the tritium vial located inside, and that will give you just a little bit of a point or a better aiming point to find out where the center of your crosshairs are. So it's a really nice design, doesn't use any batteries at all, but still gives you a really great reticle with nice illumination. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about some of the tech specs, details, and features of this scope. Again, you're looking at a 5-20x50. That means at its lowest setting, you're looking at 5 times power. At its highest setting, you have 20 times magnification, and we have a 50mm objective. This also has a 30mm tube on it, which means you're going to have great light transmission. You also have a great field of view. The glass is some of the best glass that I've seen, especially for under $1,000. It is extremely clear. The color is almost 100% correct, and you have edge-to-edge clarity. That's one of the biggest things that I look for when I pick up an optic. I look through it to see if it has edge-to-edge clarity. I don't want to get an optic that costs near $1,000 and have some type of distortion around the edges, or if you kind of look at it, you'll see that the reticle kind of bows up or down around the edges. I want it to be perfect all the way through, and that's what you get with this. Also, with the 30mm tube, that means you're going to be able to find just about whatever mounting solution that you're looking for, whether it be something for hunting, tactical, high rise, low rise, whatever. You can find just about everything for a 30mm tube. It's hard anodized coating. It's got all the great coatings on the glass, and believe it or not, this thing is actually submersible up to 10 feet. So not only is it waterproof, but it is also completely submersible. So it's a tough little optic. It also has great eye relief. The eye relief on this is anywhere from 3 inches at your highest setting, so when you're 20 power, to your lowest setting at almost 4 inches, 3.9 inches of eye relief. And that's great because when you're shooting like a high power caliber rifle or something like that, and that recoil tends to bring the scope a little bit close to your eye. You don't want that scope bite. You want to be able to bring your eye back from the optic a little bit so that, you know, when the recoil happens, it's not punching you in the face. I've seen it happen in person and it's not pretty. So you do have plenty of eye relief. Now, when you're talking about weight and length, you're looking at about 13.6 inches long, and I think it's 26.9 ounces. So it's pretty typical for a scope of this size and this magnification. Now, this does come with a few things in the box. You also get a cover for your scope. It's like a nice neoprene cover that stretches over your scope. You also get a sunshade with your scope. So if you're noticing that the light is kind of hitting at an angle, causing you some issues, you can always go ahead and put that sunshade on there. One thing I will mention is that this does not fit with the sunshade, so you'll have to take the sunshade off if you want to use this. So with that cover and the sunshade, I think it's a pretty nice little setup right here with everything that you get. Now, I should also mention that this is a second focal plane scope. Now, with the first focal plane scope, as you go through your magnification range, you'll see that the reticle gets larger and larger as you get higher and higher in your magnification setting. Sometimes scope manufacturers will make a secondary reticle that will appear as you go through that range, and it'll get a little bit larger. This one right here, being second focal plane, means that the reticle is going to stay the exact same size all the way through your magnification range. But with the second focal plane scope, that also means that you have to be dialed to a specific range in order to use any ballistic drop compensator that might be built into the reticle itself. So you want to make sure that you research exactly what magnification setting you want to be on in order to best use your reticle. So that's something to take a look at. Now, with these turrets, we have nice lockable exposed tall turrets. So they're very easy to get a hold of, very small knurling, but very easy to grab. It's got a pretty good texture to it. It is audible and tactile, not so much audible, but I can definitely feel the clicks as I go through each one. For some reason on the top right here, it's a little bit more mushy between each click than it is over here. Over here, I kind of get a better click, and it's a little bit more tactile too. I can feel it with my fingers as I turn it each click that I'm going through. On the top one, it's a little bit more mushy, even though I still have no problem feeling it. It's just not as good as the side. So we have top turret, side turret, both are quarter MOA clicks, and both are completely lockable. And again, we have adjustments down to 40 yards when it comes to your parallax setting. Now, I did want to let you guys know that I finally started my own website, and I'll put a link down in the description box. If you head over to my website, you'll see that this video is cross-posted over there, but with more information that they don't allow me to post here on YouTube. So coupons, discount codes, links, and stuff like that will all be on my website away from YouTube. So go check it out. I also have a drop-down menu for all the optics that I've reviewed on Optics Planet. It's still a work in progress, so clearly not everything is there yet, but this one will be there. So if you guys want some coupons or savings, go ahead and click my link, head over to my website, and it should all be there, no problem for you. So I want to thank Optics Planet very much for sending this out to the channel for testing and evaluation. It's really been a great scope. I currently have it mounted on my Savage 308. So it's a Savage 308 Action and an MDT LSS XL Gen 2 chassis. And this thing is a tack driver. And when you put a good scope on it, the capabilities are as far as your personal skill will allow you to get. So I'm really happy with it overall, and definitely something worth checking out. So I want to thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe. Have a great day.